Wrapping up day 3 here at this job in latitude 49. We have prepped for this artificial turf that's going in. Just about to water in the gator dust on these flagstone pathways. So we got bullet edging, silver strike, stone for the patio stone, and then gray gator dust. Same thing's happening over here. We've got a pathway going in, haven't put the gator dust in yet. On both sides of this is gonna be artificial turf. It's gonna really pop and look absolutely fantastic. So next week we'll wrap this one up, probably Monday or Tuesday. Get the artificial turf in here, looking good.
All right, here we are, latitude 49, finished this project up. And same thing here with we did bullet edging around the pathway.
We are out in the Semiahmoo Shore development out here in Semiahmoo and installing our third AquaPave patio just back to back. So again, this one's being installed. We haven't put the jointing aggregate in quite yet, but this is what it's looking like. We've moved out the irrigation and put it out a little bit further. And so just finishing up right now, got one here, and then that was the one we did a couple months ago, and then a little further down, we did that one last month. So installing these, gonna extend out the landscaping lights. Right now, they used to be here. We'll put them out here a little bit further. Today we're down in Bellingham. We have prepped and got this ready to go for a flagstone patio with this nice arbor over top of it. This used to just be a bunch of dirt that was just bumpy and not really growing the grass very well, so we take all that out. Also over here, we are putting some drain rock around this hot tub. So we're getting in the bullet edging. That's a charcoal bullet edger that we've been using, and got road fabric underneath just so there is no weeds coming through. This is the charcoal edger. This is the bullet edger, same 4-inch depth. Really nice for edging along lawns, and we also use it for the edging for these flagstone patios. But just getting this all leveled out and compacted right now.
All right, just wrapping up here at Jesse and Matt's house in Bellingham. We put all the drain rock around the hot tub with the dark gray charcoal bullet edging around there, and then over here we get the flagstone patio. There it is.
Today we're going to be getting started on this job here. On the side of this house there was a retaining wall made out of railroad ties. You can see here. Problem is, it is bowing out and completely as you can see, falling apart. So we're going to, instead of tearing it all out, we are going to build a retaining wall with boulders in front of it and then backfill this whole thing with clear crush. But first we gotta tear all this junk out, take it all to the dump, and then install our boulder wall. As far as these steps here that I'm walking up right now, they are really crooked and very hard to walk down. They're all leaning towards the foundation. So what we're going to do is take some mortar, level them out, and then put some flagstone steps in here just to kind of make it a little more balanced. Out in Bellingham today, and we're gonna be here for a few days. We are cutting out the base of what's gonna be a fence. What we are doing is actually installing 24-inch pavers underneath a chain link fence that's gonna go around the entire property. And we're doing that because they are having problems with coyotes coming in and getting their dogs. So in order for the coyotes not to be able to dig underneath the fence, we're gonna be installing these 24-inch pavers, hydro-pressed concrete around the entire base of it. So posts are going in, gates and all that good stuff. For now, we're just cutting out this trench, if you call it that, just to kind of create where the pavers are gonna be for the base. just finishing this job up here in Semiahmoo, and they needed to access down this slope down to here because this is where the beach is just below us. And basically beforehand they had a whole bunch of wood that was rotted out, and we had to tear most of it out and haul it off the dump. So this was really a project that could have been 5 times the size as far as cost to make it perfect, but they just really need it functional. So we did a lot of things like fix up this little bridge here, and then just started up the steps and built these in here. It's a very steep slope, so some of these are some pretty steep steps, but we utilized as much of the wood that used to be here as possible and just fixed the limestone, putting this boulder wall here just to retain. This had all washed out before and had just made a whole bunch of debris and junk. So we were able to build this wall up here, this entire staircase, we rebuilt this, and then on some of these, what we did is we put these steps, these flagstone steps in with a rebar, just kind of anchor them into the ground. This entire area, built this up for this stairway, all the way through here. Again, you can see the rebar, just to kind of keep it from sliding down, but then offering a nice solid step that's not going to rot or deteriorate. It goes all the way up top here. You can see it goes all the way to the very top there. Just using the lumber that was here before, as well as that boulder wall to help with the erosion, and some rebar. Fixed up the bridge, looking much better. Usually there's a beautiful view out there, but the fog this morning is pretty crazy. I guess it's officially fall when you can literally blow something off and 5 minutes later it's covered in leaves. But this Paver patio, we installed this driveway all the way down the back of this property here. And the challenge on this one was actually this slope right here. So this is the driveway that was poured with concrete. But then you can see there's just a dramatic slope right off of that. So kind of, actually what we had to do is kind of jerry-rig every single one of those pavers with a grinder to make that work. But the client wanted to make sure that they had that space and we didn't have to narrow the driveway. In the back here, we got we got some plants in, and we got a boulder wall coming down to the ocean. And then what we did is along the side here, we put in a block wall. The reason we had to do that was because we didn't want water pouring off this driveway and going into the neighbor's side of their property. So we built up this kind of edging just to guide the water down to this catch basin that we installed right there, one there, that catch basin there, and then out there is the Pacific Ocean. Built this little retaining wall as well here, just so they have some gardening space. Installed some plants around the back here. We also installed conduit, which goes underneath the pavers, so that later on when they put a fence along here, they can put lighting along here. There's a couple pieces of conduit that go underneath here where you can see the slope, and we just kind of had to work around a lot of that slope area for those pavers. So, looking good.